It's my Ed with Jeff. Seriously, it's my Ed with Jeff. Oh, okay, why isn't it taking a picture? Oh, it's taking a video. Color coding grades for standards-based grading. One of the things you can do with the curricular competencies-based grade scale is assign colors to the different uh, proficiency scales that you use. I'm going to show you how to assign colors, and I apologize, but it took a really long time to get this tab to open, so I'm going to start with this already selected. So we're in Top Tab Gradebook, and we've selected our class, and we've gone from underneath the Curricular Competencies tab to Rubric Rating Scales. So you have to open Curricular Competencies on the side tab, and then click on Rubric Rating Scales, and you'll see my rating scale came up, my emerging, developing, proficient, and extending. So I'm going to select that and click on it, and you'll see, yep, that's the scale. All right. And if I go down here to ratings, then we see those listed here again. But over here, we have add color. So for each of these, we can add a color to show what that is. So once we click add a color, we get a white box here. So if we just click on that white box, we'll get a spectrum, right? So I'm going to get click on OK and put green in there. And then for my proficient learners, I'm going to click here and grab a nice cyan type color. For my developing, I'm going to use a yellow. And for my emerging, I'm going to use an orange. Okay, so all I've done here is just add these colors to my rating scales, and it will save automatically. So I can go back to my curricular competencies page, and that is saved. Now when I go back to the scores page, side tab scores, and look at a specific student, one more time, we'll look at Jazia. Again, these tabs take a long time sometimes. Worth the wait, I'm sure. I could sing to you. All right, so here we go. We are looking at the traditional gradebook with category EOL selected. So we see all of the assignments, and we see the feedback and the notes and that kind of stuff. All right, so we can go from here and say display grade, and we can change that to color. So now instead of seeing just the grade, we'll see the grade with colors assigned to it. It will blow your mind, knock your socks off. It's worth the wait. There we go. Okay. So by doing this, we can see trends. So if these assignments were in order, they would be show a trend of, starting out fairly good. Yeah, maybe a drop down there, but that seems like an outlier because this person continued to be. And here we can see visually that emerging has been a fairly steady trend for the person. Now, you might have several standards selected all the way across, so your gradebook might be quite full with these things, and the color allows you to have a visual of how that student is progressing in each particular standard. Okay. Now this student is showing proficiency in this standard, expressing and supporting an opinion with evidence. What do we glean from this information? We're all teachers, right? What we glean from this information is that we might need to put a little extra effort in to encourage that student to take the next step to become extending at that. And again, with emerging, if the student has not progressed in these skills in this standard over multiple assignments, then we need to go back and take a look and see what we can do to support change, help grow that student's skill in that competency area. So that's how you set the standard. You'll notice it doesn't show up on this column. Okay, that it only applies to when you're using that rating scale for standards. Kind of a neat little feature, and something that I used in my Applied Skills 8 classes to start the year, because we wanted to track how they were progressing in specific curriculum areas, um, and it works. It's a nice visual tool. Okay. Any questions, shoot them to me in Teams, and I'll be happy to work with you to develop your standards-based gradebook. I've entered some new assignments for New Media 11 in A1-2. And so if you look at the assignments here, apparently I've created them for this class. Creating marks using the standard-based gradebook. Shoot. One more time, we'll look at Jazia. Again, these tabs take a long time sometimes. Worth the wait, I'm sure. I could sing to you. All right, so. Okay. Why isn't it taking a picture? Oh, it's taking a video.